Next hour, Joe Brazel is going to be along, talk red light cameras, everything you wanted to know, but no one wants to tell you. Joe Brazel, St. Louis County Council member, going to join us next hour. This hour, right now, we're talking with Judy Syndicuse, CEO and managing partner of Capital Innovators. Good morning, Judy.
Good morning.
What is managing partner of Capital Innovators?
Capital Innovators is an accelerator program, and what that means is we give seed funding and mentorship and a whole host of free perks and other things for very early stage IT companies to help them grow.
How long have you guys been here?
About 2.5 years.
And we're seeing a number of you fund managers, if you will, here in the region. Is that people keep wanting to tell us that this is becoming a tech corridor.
It really is. That's what we're all striving for, and we're growing very, very fast. In fact, Capital Innovators was recently ranked number 6 in the nation among accelerators. We were ranked number 1 in several categories. So in just a very short time, we've really shown that St. Louis can do this.
All right. First, let's talk about what this Capital Innovators Demo Day is. Tell us about this.
So Demo Day is kind of like our graduation ceremony for the companies that go through our program. We give them funding and this mentorship, and over the course of a year, they're receiving a lot of help from us. And at the end of that year, then they come out and pitch their company's ideas, basically launch their products at our Demo Day.
So this is a little different than a more traditional fund company, right? You just sort of fund them and then watch them. Here, you put them through a couple of courses?
That's exactly right. So they spend about 12 weeks in our offices, and during that 12 weeks, they receive help from people who have been there and done that. So we have mentors that are the ex-CTOs and ex-CEOs of Fortune 500 companies, and we have people who have started their own tech companies and sold them to larger companies, and these are the types of people that are coming down and helping these companies.
Don't these mentors ruined the business for these young upstart smart guys?
I did hear that one of our companies said they've never worked so hard in their life. They thought they were working hard until they came and went through our program.
Really? Interesting. Now, can you tell us some of the companies that are going to graduate?
Oh, sure. We've got the ones that are graduating most recently. There's Cellaride, which is a texting platform to help you sell used cars. We've got Better Weekdays, which is a platform that helps you find a job, and 8 others. I could go through the list if you want me to.
Is it all app-driven? Is that where technology is going?
No. In fact, we try to make sure that with our investments that we're more broadly based. So we may invest in some apps, but we also invest in business-to-business platforms, or other types of programs, basically anything that is IT or IT supported.
Yeah. What does the public need to know? Can they go to this demo day at the pageant?
Absolutely. It's open to the public, but we do ask that you register first. And to register, it's easy. You go to our site. It's capitalinnovators.com, and there's a registration button right there on the home page. We already have over 400 RSVPs. It should be a really great day. Our keynote speaker is the Secretary of State from Missouri, Jason Kander.
Yeah. Capitalinnovators.com is the website.
Right.
May 20th at the pageant.
Right.
And you can go and sort of get a coming out party for these companies.
Yeah, it's great. If you have any interest at all in what are the new hot technologies that are coming out of St. Louis, this is the place to be.
What can you? I don't want to steal your thunder, but can you give us? Not 1 or 2 that are graduating, but give me 1 or 2 that you guys are really excited about. Wet our whistle a little bit.
Yeah, sure. One is called Click With Me Now. This is a really great one-click, no-download co-browsing system. So it's kind of like WebEx, except that you don't have to download anything, and it's super easy. Imagine if you're planning a trip with your wife, and you're in 2 different locations, and one of you is looking for the right location, the right condo to stay in Florida, and instead of trying to bookmark all these pages and coming and visiting with you later in the day, and then you can't find that condo again, wonder what happened, instead she can just email you at work. It's one click, and all of a sudden you can see her screen on your computer, and you can find that condo together.
That's kind of cool.
It is very cool. ClickWithMeNow.com. Check it out.
ClickWithMe.com.
ClickWithMeNow.com.
Click With Me Now. And so I don't have to download anything.
Right? No downloads at all. There's privacy. Even the company itself doesn't see anything that you're doing there.
That's really good. Give us another one.
Another one is Norse Corporation. So Norse Corp is in the security field. They do, mainly it's in credit card processing, so they have a way for preventing fraud before it ever happens. Most people in their space, they're detecting fraud after the fact, and so it's not really saving companies all that much money. But they can actually block the bad actors before they ever have a chance to commit that fraud.
Are you seeing tech people, startups move to St. Louis, putting out a shingle and then knocking on your door?
For Capital Innovators?
Yeah.
What we see, about 40% of the applications for our program are coming from outside the area. And in fact, in the class that we just finished, out of the 5 companies, 4 of them came from out of town. We had a company from Chicago, another one from Nashville, one from Springfield, and one from Columbia. And all those companies moved here.
So they were outside the area, and once you decided to fund them, they then moved here into St. Louis.
That's correct.
And then once they're out the door, chances are that they're probably going to stay here.
Most of them do, yes.
Yeah. See, I would think that why go to Silicon Valley? It's a fortune to live, to play, to work. Why not start it here in St. Louis? It's so much cheaper, it's inexpensive, and give someone a job here, they'll move here. I mean,
that's exactly right. And if you sit and model it out, you take a company from Silicon Valley that has been a real success, and then you go back in time and model out what it would have cost for the same growth in St. Louis, you could save, it's like 20 cents on the dollar. So all the money that went in, sure, there were investors that made money on those companies, but they could have made way more money if they had grown those companies here. And importantly, it's not, smart people aren't born in Silicon Valley. They go there because that's where the opportunities are.
Right.
If you look at some of the biggest things, like Angie's List came out of Indianapolis, DeWalt is out of Omaha, Pinterest came out of the Midwest as well. So some of these big players, that's where they're born.
CapitalInnovators.com is the website. Register for the Capital Innovators Demo Day at the pageant May 20th. Judy Sindicuse, CEO and managing partner of Capital Innovators. Are you from St. Louis? You're from St. Louis.
I am from St. Louis.
All right.
We were just taught I grew up in Bridgeton.
That's your problem, sniffing all that toxic waste over there. Judy Sindicuse, CEO, thanks for coming in.
Thank you so much.
852, Big 550,